Hello, everybody. This is Artie Astor from You Tell Me, and I'm really having a lot of fun doing these short episodes. And I think that the audience is having a lot of fun too because I'm getting a lot of engagement. The YouTube statistics are telling me that the audience is engaging more and listening more to the You Tell Me series than they even are to B sharp and C. So I really want to continue to do this series. I think it's nice to get a back and forth. I've had a few negative comments. Sometimes I say things back, right? Like I think it was episode 6 when I did one about Amy Winehouse, where the person interviewing her basically said like all these other musicians, these female artists, really go to great lengths to look good, but you seem to be against that type of thing. What are your thoughts on that? And I can tell by her reaction that this was something that was a little uncomfortable to have asked, and it was something that she didn't want to answer. And from my estimation, from my opinion of what I watched, it appeared as though she was bothered by the question. She breathed in sharply, she exhaled sharply, and then even her answer was very dismissive of the question, and she didn't address his actual question, which to me makes it seem like she didn't like the question. But Gav 9385 says you literally took 10 seconds out of a long interview and ran with it, twisting it and completely missing the point. To me, what the interviewer meant was you ain't shallow, and what she meant was I'm just a singer. So Gav 9385 also wants to take 10 seconds of the interview and run with it, and maybe miss the point, maybe not. That is Gav's opinion, and I respect his opinion. But Gav, let me tell you something, and I'm going to say this to a lot of people out there. I don't think the audience wants me to play the full 30-minute interview, and then when the whole 30-minute interview is over, then ask a question about a 10-second segment. That doesn't make any sense at all. It makes more sense to show the 10-second segment and then have a discussion about it. Anyone can go watch the interview themselves if they want to get the whole story, right? But I think showing the clip makes perfect sense, and that's what I'm going to continue to do with this episode of You Tell Me. This episode is about something Steve Vai said. He was asked about his big hands and playing the guitar, and his answer I thought was very, very interesting, especially because a lot of aspiring musicians go through something similar and sometimes are afraid to talk about it or don't admit it. But Steve Vai is one of the most down-to-earth musicians you'll ever see interviewed. And we'll just check out what he said.
I actually like having big hands. They're very large, and I used to sit in the mirror and watch myself play to develop my style. And I used to actually focus on trying to make them look very elegant, and it works. You know, you can actually finesse the way you play by watching yourself in the mirror.
I can't explain enough how much I love that Steve Vai said that. It's so human. It's just so insanely human. And I love it. I love the fact that he said that in his interview. But I want to focus on this one part here. He has big hands, and he used to play while looking in the mirror to make sure he developed an elegant style. So he looked good while sounding good. The style, what he did with his fingers, didn't look clumsy. And what I want you to tell me is that something that you as a music fan even pay attention to? Does it bother you if you're looking at someone play and it's not perfectly elegant? And I say that because there are guitarists out there who have kind of a weird style of play. So you can see by the 3 examples that I showed you, that's just 3 off the top of my head that I can think of that have kind of an unconventional way of playing. Lindsey Buckingham was the first one, Jeff Beck was the second one, Wes Montgomery was the third one. All very unconventional, not the most elegant to watch play. So does it bother you if you go to a concert, even though the music might be beautiful, does it actually matter to you how someone looks while they play their instrument? You tell me.